Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Unexpected deals often happen in the NBA, and this makes fans apprehensive. Warriors fans are worried about the rumors that Stephen Curry wants to win the championship now, and for this reason he is considering asking for a trade. But it was suggested that a high-profile star be brought in to provide the ideal partner for Stephen Curry. Trade suggestion and NBA rumors, Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers make huge deal. As the Golden State Warriors season continues to spiral, Bill Simmons of The Ringer proposed a mega trade that could give Stephen Curry his greatest pick-and-roll partner for his longtime teammate Draymond Green. Simmons pushed the idea of an all-in trade for Anthony Davis, who, along with LeBron James, is growing concerned with the Los Angeles Lakers' ability to significantly improve their roster. Golden State Warriors receive Anthony Davis. Baxter Documento. Los Angeles Lakers receive Draymond Green, Dennis Schroeder, Jonathan Kuminga, Tracy Jackson Davis, 2025 first-round pick, 2027 first-round pick, 2029 pick swap. It's a pretty good trade, Simmons said on his podcast. The Lakers are getting Draymond, Schroeder, Kuminga. They get to roll the dice on Jackson Davis. And if you're the Warriors, you still have enough left, and you're going to build around Davis and Curry going down the stretch, and you could probably get creative with some other moves. It's kind of fun. In Simmons' trade scenario, the Warriors would still have Andrew Wiggins, Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson and Kevin Looney as the supporting cast of the potential Curry-Davis tandem. That trade I laid out, if that actually happened, would be one of the most fun trade moments of the 21st century. There's so much going on in that trade in all different directions, Simmons said. The Warriors were shut down during the last NBA trade deadline in their attempt to trade for James. So it's not out of the Warriors' character to swing big again and try to get James' frontcourt partner instead. Davis is having an MVP-type season, averaging 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds and 3.5 assists, 1.3 steal and 2.2 blocks. He could easily become the best center Curry ever had in his career. Draymond Green get to play with LeBron James. In Simmons' mind, Green would welcome a trade to the Lakers. After all, Green has a house in Los Angeles. He spends his summer there. He and James are friends and both under the same agency, Clutch Sports. It was this connection that made Green the prime mover of the Warriors' LeBron pursuit last year. I think the only team that you could talk yourself into this being a realistic scenario is the Lakers because Draymond gets to live in Los Angeles and play with LeBron, Simmons continued. Draymond might be like this, sounds great. I've always wanted to be on the Lakers, let's do it. The treatment Klay Thompson received from the Warriors, which led him to leave the Warriors in the offseason, is a sign that the organization beholden to their dynasty core, except for Curry, isn't ironclad. While Davis can make the Warriors an instant playoff contender, it's not making them a title favorite. Such wild all-in trade for Davis is the desperate move that Curry has warned the Warriors front office about. Desperate trades or desperate moves that deplete the future, there is a responsibility on allowing or keeping the franchise in a good space and good spot when it comes to where we leave this thing when we're done, Curry told reporters following the Warriors' 104-101 loss to the Toronto Raptors on Monday, January 13. It doesn't mean that you're not trying to get better. It doesn't mean that you're not active in any type of search to, if you have an opportunity where a trade makes sense or even in the summer free agency move makes sense. You want to continue to get better. Nobody wants to be stale or be in a situation where you're passing up opportunities. But it doesn't mean that you're desperate, just flinging assets all around the place just because you want to do something. New report on which players Warriors could trade at deadline. The Golden State Warriors made the first significant move of the NBA season when they sent the expiring contract of DeAnthony Melton and 3 second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for veteran guard Dennis Schroeder and an additional second. While the move was made in hopes it would help Golden State's issues with closing games and the offense in general, that hasn't been the case. Since acquiring Schroeder, the Warriors have boasted a 7-11 record and could be looking to add another piece to their roster before the February 6 NBA trade deadline. Recently, The Athletic's Anthony Slater joined FanDuel TV's Run It Back to discuss what he knows about the team's plans going forward. I think especially with the partners on the other sides of these trades, they prefer expiring contracts just because it's mostly trying to get off money and draft picks, Slater said. Gary Payton has a $9 million expiring, Kevin Looney is at $8 million expiring, Dennis Schroeder, he can be retraded, aggregated in a trade on February 5. His $13 million expiring, I could see him being in a deal. It has not worked well. He got put on the bench last night. Beyond that, Buddy Hield, some of these mid-tier contracts. Slater also went on to add that Golden State doesn't have any plans to move off Jonathan Kuminga as they still see a high potential in the former top 10 draft choice. While Warriors fans might want to see the team make a splash acquisition by trading away young pieces, it appears as if the team is more focused on including their expiring contracts in a potential deal to lure another key player to the team. Steve Kerr further signals Warriors trade plans with surprise rotation move. It's getting more and more obvious. The Golden State Warriors once again fell short in Sacramento on Wednesday night, but the 123-117 defeat did at least bring some positives despite conceding an 18-point lead at Golden One Center. Steve Kerr chose to bring Kevin Looney back into the starting five to battle All-Star center Domantas Sabonis, leaving Tracy Jackson-Davis in a bench role after starting the previous 16 games. Yet it was the minutes of Golden State's third-string center, Quinton Post, that emerged as one of the biggest storylines from the 6-point defeat. The Warriors may have signaled their trade plans on Wednesday night. Post saw brief first-half minutes anyway, but Looney's second-half absence due to illness elevated the rookie big man even further to the point where he incredibly closed the game over Jackson-Davis. Post took advantage of Curry's gravity to sink a three early in the fourth quarter, before finishing with 5 points, 6 rebounds, an assist and a block in 15 minutes off the bench. It was an encouraging display from the 7-foot big man, with the experience sure to aid his development as Kerr alluded to during his post-game press conference. Playing with a space big, it's a luxury and something that gives us a different look. Quinton's a really good player, you can see it, he's tough, he knows how to play, he can stand out and make a three, he can pass. You saw how he battled Sabonis in there. Having a stretch five shouldn't be a luxury. Instead, it's almost a necessity in today's modern NBA. While Kerr confirmed that he wants to play Post more moving forward, there's little doubt he'd prefer a more proven and experienced option rather than relying heavily on a late second-round rookie. Post's minutes on Wednesday, and potentially moving forward, are an indication that the Warriors want more offense from the center position, something they could well find on the trade market before the February 6